Hello again, everybody. We're back.
Hello.
A little bit later than we intended to, but you know, we had school and all sorts of other good stuff. So we're here today to talk about the top 10 facts of the Kraken, and we put it all on a slideshow for ourselves so we had a point of reference, because otherwise we're just going to forget everything that we were even researching.
Yeah.
So Caitlin just had her first week of school. She's in her second week now. So how's that going?
It's going good, just sweaty under the mask.
Yeah, she's got to wear a mask all day long while I sit at home without one.
The only time I can take it off is when I get a drink of my water and when it's lunchtime.
Yeah, but you're doing okay so far. And you got lots of fun classes to look forward to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not ready for the next semester though.
Well, that's the next semester, so...
Yeah, then I'll get lost again.
But you're going to be at the same school,
Yeah.
so you'll know where to go.
No, I won't. I don't even know where this ball gym is.
I shall figure it out. So, anyway, we're going to go ahead and jump right into it so we can get started. So, the first fact that we found was that the Kraken comes from Norwegian folklore. You're going to be getting a lot of that too, because she's had a long day at school and I've just had a long day period, so we usually trip over our own words. So, Kraken comes from the 13th century Norwegian folklore and is German or it derives from the German word "krake," which
Means octopus.
Which means octopus
In German.
But all of the, depictions that we've seen of the Kraken always look like a squid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything closely related to an octopus yet.
Yet.
Okay, go ahead and hit the second one. Okay. So go ahead.
For
and
this
give us
one,
number two.
the Kraken, well, in our research, the Kraken was originally known as a giant crab, which a lot of people think that it was always known as a giant squid or the colossal squid.
Then we found out, the colossal squid. That was pretty cool.
And
I thought there was only the giant squid.
it's because the Kraken has spindly appendages. Spindly?
Wait till she hits plethora, people.
No.
So it was originally known as a giant crab in folklore.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. See, these sailors. What?
I'm gonna do this one.
Oh, I didn't know that it went to the next one. I'm already messing it up. Okay. I guess
I
I'm
wanna
just
do this
not. No, you already did this one. Okay, so the Kraken is known as being far longer than your boat. There's lots of different accounts on how big the Kraken actually was. It goes anywhere from just being the size of a regular old squid to being the size of its own island, like being the size of an island. But you don't know until last minute whenever you get up on it that it's Kraken and not an island, so that's always fun.
And plus, it doesn't have really colorful colors, or it goes underwater and people don't see it anymore.
So it doesn't have like grass and
Trees.
Yeah, the trees and
Pretty water.
everything
around
that
it.
makes an island pretty. It's not there, but you don't notice until you're right up on it. So, okay, next one.
You know when the Kraken is coming when you see fish rising to the surface. This is the one where I mess up.
Oh yeah, this is gonna. Come on, let's do it. I gotta hear this one. Plethora, you said it right.
Okay, when sailors see gurgling bubbles at the bottom of their boat on the sides, when they look over and they see plethora of fish
You got
and
it.
jellyfish. And when the fish are rising from the surface, when something large is coming from the bottom of the ocean, and they know something as big is coming because of the fish,
And the bubbles.
and the bubbles, yeah.
Lots of bubbles. Lots of bubbles rising to the surface. Lots of fish. Plethora of jellyfish. Let's see. So you don't even know that the Kraken's coming up on you until the last minute, though, whenever it just kind of snags you up. Like all you see are tentacles coming around. Very Jack Sparrow-ish.
Yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean. Show an image. Yeah, right here. Right here is an image.
It'll be there. I don't see it. So go ahead. What's the next one? It's edited? Oh. What? Okay.
This one is a little gross.
This one's full of crap.
They're like,
that's what this one's full of. Kraken feces work as fish bait. So when the Kraken goes
you know what feces are?
It's poop.
Poop.
Of course I know what it is. Do you know what a plethora is? So when the Kraken uses the restroom in the ocean, as all sea animals do, the fish find it very tasty. So whenever there's a bunch of fish around, there's probably a bunch of Kraken poop around, which means there's a Kraken not far behind. So, yummy.
This muddy concoction was... Concoction.
It was allegedly so delicious that other fish would come and congregate around it. I said that.
Then, when the fish come around it, the Kraken will then pounce on it, continuing the circle. Next one.
Be any grosser.
Some of the best minds in history have tried to disapprove the Kraken myth, which is a little weird to think, because maybe a lot of y'all thought that people like believed in the Kraken myth, like everyone, but not everyone, even the best minds in history.
So basically the ocean is so big that there's no telling what could be out there. Do I believe that the Kraken is still around? Probably not, because of the fact that it was most likely mistaken for the colossal squid or the giant squid. But we'll be talking about that in a minute. So this one we're gonna have to read off because the names are a little foreign to us. So some of the best minds in history have tried to disprove the Kraken myth. In 1848, the frigate Daedalus allegedly encountered a sea monster that the sailors estimated to be at least 60 feet long.
Which
Sir Richard Owen. Let me do this. See, I don't interrupt you. Sir Richard Owen, the man who invented the word dinosaur, argued that they saw a seal, which led to a long-standing argument between Owen and the captain of the Daedalus, who pointed out that they knew full well what a seal looked like, which I believe. I mean, if you're a sailor, a lifelong sailor, you know, I would hope that you knew what a seal looked like.
I mean, you're
out there on the ocean all the time.
You're crossing through like the
I believe
Gulf
the
of
guy.
Mexico.
What can I say? I believe the guy. Okay. There are similar observations in 1845 that Owen similarly dismissed until 1873 when a fisherman caught a giant squid. A giant
squid.
Yes. Giant squid.
The giant squid could have been mistaken for the Kraken, as we were talking about this a lot through the episode. Tip. You ready for the tip? Tip. The Kraken was listed among cephalopod mollusks. In the first edition of Carl
Linnaeus's Systema Naturae, written in 1735.
In 1853, a giant squid washed ashore on a Danish beach. Because the giant squid was very large, people called it the Kraken. When a giant squid was found washed up on a beach, they measured it and they saw it was very large. People argued and said it was...
And when we're talking very large, we're talking like 60 feet long.
Yeah. Probably
maybe not 60 feet, but it was pretty dang long. And it was longer than what they'd ever seen before, so they were just like, okay, well that's a big squid, so that must be the Kraken.
Yeah. But some people argued and said that it was the mythical Kraken that people have been telling stories about, and it's been rushing to every single continent and every place people...
Yeah, word got out.
Yeah.
Word got out real
fast. But
fast.
some people say that it's not, and it's too small to be it. Because it doesn't look the size of 10 ships.
See, my question is this. So, with every ship that the Kraken encountered, were there any survivors?
That's a good question.
Did you find any of that in your research?
Nope.
So if there weren't any survivors, then how are we to know what the true size of the Kraken really was? Just saying. Okay, so some sailors back in the day used to try to track down the Kraken in order to in order to catch any of the fish that rolled off of it whenever it was coming up out of the water. So because of the fish that comes off of the Kraken's back when it's swimming, the sailors chase it down to catch it with their giant nets, but it swims too fast and it's impossible to catch. I would think the same, considering how old it is. it must be surviving for a reason. The sailors wanted to find it and catch it so they could sell it, but nobody to this day even wants to get close because it's extremely dangerous and hard to even make out. Those were her words. My thing is that, well, yeah, I'm clarifying here because this was your research too. But I had a moment, having an old person moment. I lost my train of thought. This happens a lot. So basically these sailors are chasing after a kraken that may or may not exist in order to catch any fish that may roll off of its back, because as we said earlier, the fish are always chasing after the kraken because their poop is delicious. Talk about a poo-poo platter.
Got him! Okay. This was your word. So
this one was mine. Yeah, this one was mine.
It's hard for me, so I can't read it.
A lot of people that may be watching this has probably seen Clash of the Titans and the scene with this big old kraken rising up out of the ocean and attacking the town. So the kraken is nowhere listed in any Greek mythology. It is completely fabricated by Hollywood. It was Norwegian folklore. It had nothing to do with the Greeks. That was all I wanted to clarify on that one, because I know the first time that I ever watched Clash of the Titans, when it was like, oh, release the kraken. It's like, okay, first of all, you weren't in control of the kraken there, Zeus. And, so I wanted to throw that clarification out there in case anybody got that confused after watching that movie.
I never watched the movie, so I don't know what it's about.
She thought it was boring and then she left.
Did?
Oh, and that was it. That's our top 10.
Not.
Are you sure?
The kraken's enemy is a sperm whale. Because of the sperm whale, it's very large, as a lot of you may know. A lot of people say they can't tell if the sperm whale has a big forehead or a big nose.
And something that she had to throw in on her research was that the megalodon went extinct because of the sperm whale. She loves the megalodon. That's probably something that we're going to be talking about later, even though it's not a cryptid. But
if we run out of ideas, we can.
But the sperm whale is most likely the reason why the kraken doesn't exist, even though it could be that it just doesn't exist. Because, as I said before, it could be that it was confused with the colossal squid, which is bigger than the giant squid.
Which was your theory.
Which was my theory.
And I agreed.
Yeah.
I agree, because nothing bigger than
She knows what's good for her. That's why she agreed.
There's nothing bigger than the colossal squid.
Not that we know of.
Not that we know of.
I mean,
it's a big ocean. We don't know what's at the bottom.
Yeah, it's a big
Thanks
ocean.
for watching.
But that was... She's obviously really fast about trying to get off camera, but that was our top 10 facts about the kraken. And thank you to the 2 articles that we're going to list in the below that gave us the information that we needed in order to make this video. We greatly appreciate it. And thanks for watching. I guess our next episode is going to be
Mothman.
We're going to be going to Mount Pleasant. Is it Ohio or West Virginia? I think it was West Virginia where it originated.
Yes.
But we're going to find all of that out.
Can't really tell anything, sadly.
Yeah, we can't tell you much about the Mothman yet because we've obviously got to do our own research and get ourselves together. As you can tell, there isn't a lot of, practice or anything with these videos. We kind of just wing it, and because that's how we
try to post videos on the day that we want to, but then we can't because we're busy a lot.
We have lives. I mean, she has school, I have work, we get busy. So we're gonna post as much as we possibly can, and the next post that we're going to make maybe in a couple of weeks is going to be about the Mothman. And then once we're done with that episode, we'll tell you what follows. But we're not gonna give it all
At the end of every episode, we'll tell you what's coming next.
What she said. So, okay, so thanks for watching, and I hope everybody enjoyed this video. If you have any comments or suggestions that would help us out, we'd appreciate it. Just put it in the below.
If our comments will work.
Okay, so I messed up the last time. I'll figure it out.
I'll help you.
That's what she said last time too. She said she'd help and she didn't.
I helped editing.
Yes, you did. Okay. Well, thank you for listening and sticking around if you stuck around this far.
I know a lot of y'all were impatient.
So
with all my friends. Everyone was impatient.
You have friends? Nah.
Do you have friends?
Nope. I'm an adult. So thanks for watching. Bye, guys.